Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com with you Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, doing live free picks for today's action. Before we get underway, just a couple things. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, on this live show, you want to make sure it'll set these notifications so you can be live with us, so you can bet in the best numbers. Also, our promo code, you can save 20% off all pre-pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description. Then click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Also, love to hear from you guys, so post your picks in the comments below. And Tony'sPicks.com has added some features now to our site. If you haven't visited recently, we now have a best bet on the board here. You can click the tab. The handicappers can click one best bet per league per day. So sometimes you'll see more than one up there. You'll see Mindy has a best bet right now. Mega Monday MLB guaranteed best bet. Ramon has a best bet from NFL preseason. Also, we've got Tiffany up there, Paul with the Champions League. Yours truly is up there as well with a best bet from baseball. Also, each capper can take one of their premium picks and make it a $15 premium as their promotional item. And sometimes we put the top shelf at $15. As you see here, a lot of the cappers have their best bets here at the $15 price. Like Mindy has her best bet at $15. I have my best bet at $15, as many of the cappers there. So go ahead and get signed up. And of course, don't forget, use that promo code at checkout. Our pick ticker here gives you an indicator of all the upcoming games. We see there's some soccer matches starting very shortly. And of course, if we put the baseball tab, we'll see that some baseball here is coming up here. And I think we've got Mindy here with a baseball here on our pick ticker. You can buy these plays individually for today's action. As you scroll down, you'll see more of them. Ramon's got some plays. I've got a play up there. And we've got also other sports like tennis, soccer. You can click that. The NFL preseason action. Ramon's got, hey, we'll make the preseason game is premium, so you can check that out as well. So check out our site, Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's get the show underway. Let's take a look at who's on the show with us today. With us today, we have Ramon Scott and Mindy Han. All right, let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Mindy Han. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com, where she's doing great work, man. She's been on a good run here in Major League Baseball. I think we're ready to bring in Mindy right now. Mindy, how's it going?
I'm doing well. Ready for the day.
Ready for the day. All right. Heard you got your place all set up for the football season. Ready to roll here. We're just it's college football week, but today we'll look at this big one here from Major League Baseball. The Battle of New York Subway Series. MLB Network will televise this one. Mets on the road against the Yankees. Mets minus 170 here on the road. Total of 7.
Yeah. So this is going to be a good one, I think. Right. I mean, we probably wouldn't have expected, maybe the Yankees to be in this predicament that they're in, having, the worst record here in August. I think also losers of last 15 of 20. So just not playing, their best ball right now. And then, of course, they run into, Scherzer here on the mound. If I take a look at Scherzer, for me, he's probably, I'm going to say, maybe number 2 pitcher in baseball behind DeGrom. That's up for discussion. But he's also a guy that likes to work a lot of long innings, or I guess they allow him to work some long innings. I think he went 8 his last time out here. He's also looking for his 200th career win. And the Mets are only behind Tony, your Dodgers team, for the best record here in baseball too. So for me, I think this one, kind of comes down to Yankees are not playing their best ball right now. Scherzer is playing some good ball right now. You have Ramon on the mound. He's, doing okay. He's had 2 runs or less in his last, couple outings, so not a bad pitcher. But the Yankees here just really can't put anything together. I kind of think it was kind of make or break for them, this last series versus Toronto, and just really kind of failed at that one too. So for me, that money line for me at the minus 170 is a little bit, too big for my liking. I would like this if it was maybe more of a minus 150 play. So that's why my pick today is going to be in the first 5 innings. So we're going all Scherzer in this one. I'm going to take him at the minus half a run at minus 115 here in this one. All
right, Mindy Han, she's going to go here with this one. Mets first 5 run line, minus half a run, minus 115 here against the Yankees. First 5. So all teams get 5 at bats. Yeah, Scherzer's been a stud, right? It is at 30% strikeout rate. Domingo Germán, when he came back, I looked at some of his numbers. I was really not that impressed. Home run rate really high. His home run rate this year is 1.27 home runs per 9 innings. And of course, it's been a rough season here actually a rough stretch here for the Yankees. I don't want to say rough season because they started off strong, but you go back and look. It's been since they haven't won consecutive games since July 2nd. And then again, you look at against winning teams, which is a long time. It's a really rough stretch here for this New York Yankees team. That's when you look at their numbers here. They'd failed to win consecutive games for some time here, and then you go back to July 2nd and see it hadn't been that long since they won consecutive games against winning teams. So it's been a while here for this team. And when you look at the lineups here, Mindy, it's going to be tough here for these Yankees. When you look at Judge, Donaldson, and Hicks, a combined 6 of 55 here against the Yankees. Hicks has been kind of the guy they've been sitting. I don't know if he'll play in this one, but Judge and Donaldson hasn't really played. They don't hit him.
Yeah, and it looks like my ex-Royal Benintendi, he's the only one that's been really, doing much as of late here. But, Herman, he's also come off of that shoulder surgery. So that's another one of those things that, it kind of pushed his play back a little bit here too this year. And it's just like there's just dealing with a lot of those injuries. And again, like you said, not being able to win a series since July, that's pretty rough. Or, not even getting back-to-back games. I mean, that's just not, like a Yankees team. Dugout seems to be all out of sorts too. I mean, you see a lot of emotion there too. And when they're not really comfortable, I think you see punches thrown and hitting hitting roofs and of the dugouts. I mean, they're just not a team that looks like they're really kind of got it together right now. I mean, I don't think that, it's going to be that you think Yankees might blow that. I mean, maybe they could blow that, 15-game lead that they had, right? But, I mean, I don't know. I think they definitely got a chance here of coming back. But for this one, the way they're playing right now, way the Mets are playing, I mean, hitting the ball, scoring 10, I can't remember, 10 runs yesterday with the Phillies. I mean, I really like this one here with the Mets today.
Yeah, we'll see how it happens when Stanton comes back in the lineup. So, Mindy here, Mets, the first 5 run line. Okay, so you're going to lay the half run. So the Mets have to be leading by 1 run or more.
The first 5.
In the first 5 here, minus 115 against the Yankees. This one to have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. This one will be on MLB Network. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com here for today's action. We do have one baseball game in action. That leaves us here with 8 remaining games for Major League Baseball. We do have a preseason game here from NFL. WNBA resumes tomorrow as well. What do you have going on over at Tony's?
Yeah, it looks like Ramon is going to take over that preseason game. I'm kind of out right now. Don't always care for all of those early plays. It's been kind of interesting here in preseason, with what I've been seeing. A lot of points have been scored as of late. And, it's kind of surprising here for preseason football. We'll probably be in the WNBA here. I think they're coming up tomorrow, on the 23rd. But otherwise, I got a 5-pack here for Major League Baseball. As Tony said, I put in my best bet, so you can catch that one tonight. And then also, I did do a 5-pack. And then also with those 5 packs, when I put those up, it also gives those individual plays. So if you want to just check out one of my games, might be looking good to you, you can go ahead and snatch one of those up there as well. And then another thing, too, is you can take a look at doing those multi-capper, right? So a buy one capper, get one free, or half price, I guess. Buy one, get one half off. So you can take a look at getting a Mindy and Ramon pack, or Mindy and Tony pack, or Tony and Ramon pack. And that's a good way to do it. I mean, it basically brings those games per bet, for our expert picks here. I mean, that's putting those down into the $2.50, $5 range. I mean, so that's something that you really want to take a look at also, to get the bigger bang for your buck, especially when we're coming up into these, 3-day series, or in a week's time here, you can get the start of, NCAA football. It's a great time to get into those, and for a really good price. Plus, we still have the promo code going on. So I think Tony's doing a lot here for you to get, familiar here with the cappers, and also make some money in the meantime also.
That's right, guys. I get over with the Mindy Hahn over at Tony'sPicks.com, doing great work here in Major League Baseball over the past 7 days. So get on board with Mindy. She does have a super duper MLB 5-pack right now, formerly priced just $30. You can get on board with that. You can also pick up her Monday Night Best Bet, the best bet of the play right there. She has made it here at that promotional price at $15. That's her $15 premium. Also made it her best bet of the day, so you can get on board with that as well. Or if you prefer the longer term passes, Mindy does have a 3, a 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get all of her premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to a handicapper page and make that purchase, you can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion even greater value there. And under the members area, you'll see the 2-for-1 cap promotion. Click that there and select each capper, and you'll save 50% off your price when you go 2-for-1 capper there. So get off the second capper. It's 50% off the second capper when you get that 2-for-1 cap promotion. So you can get on board with one Mindy's long term like that month pass, $329. You can add the second capper with a 2-for-1 cap promotion, or if you prefer just getting it standalone, you can save 20% off that price when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link in the description, click the All Cappers tab, and get signed up. The promo code does not work with the 2-for-1 cap promotion because you're already getting 50% off the second capper. So get on board there with Mindy with the 2-for-1 cap promotion, or standalone 1-month pass. That'll take $66 off Mindy's pass there when you get that 1-month all sports pass. Mindy will be in action with their Major League Baseball, the remainder of the WNBA playoffs. We've got college football this week, maybe next week, because she needs her numbers, right? So we'll see how it works there. And then NFL.
I'll put something out here this week.
There'll be some this. All right.
Yeah, it's going to be totals based off of numbers, past history.
Yeah, and also we do have past history, returning teams that have returning starters, or you can take advantage of these teams. These things. What I like to do is I like to take advantage of those mid majors that have no experience on their lines against the big boys that have experience on the lines. That is the mismatch of all mismatches there. When you have a small conference team with very inexperienced lines against an experienced big time school. Oh, those turn into those are beautiful. All right, so get on board there with Mindy, and you'll find her over at TonySpeaks.com. You can access her page by clicking the link in the description, click the All Cappers tab, and get signed up. All right, Mindy, it's always great having you show. All right, man, we're in a football week, Mindy. Have a great night, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Will do. We'll see you in a bit.
You got it. Mindy on here on Game Day Picks. Hey, guys, you're with us here at Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. We want you guys with us live so you can bet in the best numbers from our experts here at TonySpeaks.com on the Game Day Picks show. All right, let's continue on here with our show. It is now time to welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll find him over at TonySpeaks.com. You checked out the videos. You'll find his video series over at Tony's Picks, as well as WNBA, CFL. When I'm on vacation, he'll fill in, throw some videos. Let's bring in Ramon. Ramon, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, doing pretty great. Thanks for having me.
All right, great for having you aboard here. Here we go. Major League Baseball here tonight at 7 Eastern Time features the Braves here on the road against the Pirates. The Braves, as you'd imagine, here favorite here, -180, total of 8.5.
Yeah, Braves a big favorite against the Bucks tonight, but Braves fans, gonna kind of hold their breath every time Jake Odorizzi takes the mound. His buyout gets more expensive, and you got all these Braves pitchers looking great. Jake kind of needs a quality start, right? He hasn't had one yet with the Braves. So what will the Braves do down the stretch with Jake when you've got guys, Tony, like Wright, Muller, Morton, Strider, Anderson, Freed, a bunch of guys out there. Atlanta's got pitching, man. They're ready. I look at this team, and you got Rosario back in the lineup tonight. Grossman moves over to left, but I'm here to sell you on an under. Let me get off my soapbox a little bit. Oh, Jake's finally found a lineup that maybe he can build his case against, right, Tony? Against the Pittsburgh Pirates, they've lost 9 of 10. They hit under 220 against right-handed batters. They're in the bottom 3 in weighted runs created against right-handed batters. They strike out 25% of the time. They've got a weak lineup. I've seen it. Marcano's in there. Newman will have no advantage probably against Jake. Castro probably no advantage. I don't know if the left-handers will, have much an advantage here. The way this Pittsburgh team is batting right now, just 83 weighted runs created plus total. So I think Jake can get healthy a little bit here. And of course the Braves have a red hot bullpen under a 2 ERA over the last 10 games. Tony, what I need is a contribution from my man Roncy Contreras. Does have just a 4 ERA. He's been getting shelled his last couple of starts. I watch Contreras pitch. I mean, he's got really good stuff. I mean, he is a pitcher that looks like to me has a future, but he's learning how to pitch. He's learning how to get out of situations. Bucks are still 3-7, 7 unders in 10 starts for Contreras. And take a look at the matchup he had back in June. He went up against Spencer Strider. certainly a matchup. Strider's the bigger name. Contreras trying to find his way, but Strider ended up winning that game 4-2. But Contreras, 7 strikeouts against a Braves team that I talked about Pittsburgh strikeout. Braves strikeout just as much, if not more, than anybody. So I look for Contreras to get strikeouts tonight. Don't know if he can get to 15 outs tonight. That might be close, but if you look at his K prop, it's 4.5, heavily juiced to the over. So looking at least 5 or 6 Ks there, hoping to keep the damage to a minimum against an Atlanta team that's, like I said, hot, and they're building pitching. Things are looking good for the Braves. But I'm going to go under tonight, Tony. Under, you see there on the screen, 8.5. I'm getting a little bit. I have 9 there. I'm willing to take 8.5 you had on the first screen. That's probably minus 105. This 9 under, probably minus 120 if you feel more comfortable with that, because you got to get to 10 runs, obviously. So I want to make it official, Tony. I'll call it 9 because it's got the lower third here on 9, even though our panel out front said 8.5. If you're like me, I'm really into making sure that I get the best. If I put a premium, a lot of times, I want you to take that premium at that price, but really a big better. If you're dealing with like a play on a nickel, you really should put your bet really all around the number. This is a moment I just want to talk for a second on this, Tony. If you have a number like 8.5 or 9, you can put percentages on 9.5 under, 10 under. You can also put percentages on a better return at 8 under, 7.5 under, just so you get a full maximum range for that money that you can cash and still provide yourself with a little bit of insurance. I know that's a lot of work, so I don't mind if people just want to play that game, but if you're dealing with really serious bets, you really should take into consideration when you think you have a little bit of at least an odds advantage to bend those. I know people don't like to buy runs, buy points, but quite frankly, this is the way professionals do it, is to build around a number there, especially when going into a game that they're going to pay attention to and maybe put more on or get off of with live betting. But our play here, Tony, is under with the Braves and the Pirates tonight.
All right, Ramon here on the Braves. Pirates going under total of 9 runs. Roansy Contreras, you'll have to sweat out a little bit. Kind of his past 2 home start, a little rough. But you do have the Braves bullpen that's been in really strong form here. If you look over the past 10 games, ERA under 2. And of course, the Pittsburgh just been a light hitting team, hitting just .218 against right-handers. Also a little sweat here with their bullpen on the Pittsburgh area over the past 10 as well.
Oh, no doubt about it. I'm counting on the Braves, to strike out a little bit against Contreras and keep that number down. And I'm looking for Odorizzi. He needs this game. He wants to be a part of this, I think, come the postseason. I mean, right now, I think he is a candidate to get left off the roster if he doesn't turn it around. So, like I said, every start he makes, that buyout gets a little bit more expensive. The Braves will have to make a decision with him moving forward. And the Braves have just some names that maybe we're not familiar with, but some guys that also tasted a little bit of postseason experience and maybe haven't had their top moment yet. And some of those guys did play in the postseason and had some good moments. So Atlanta, what can you say, Tony? They managed this situation pretty well. I know there was some sweat there early on, but I think that they can get something rolling here considering their position right now. But this is about Jake tonight, going up against a Pittsburgh team that strikes out a lot, and I'm going to need Contreras to go at least 5 with 5 or 6 strikeouts to get me home. Hopefully, like you say, once the Braves will have that lead into that bullpen of theirs, we'll have to dodge, but if the Braves have that lead, Pittsburgh does have that home field tonight, so I think that provides the edge that I need to get under the 9 runs.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Of course, with Atlanta, they don't mess around. We saw, was it Newsom? I always forget his name, the lefty. They shipped him out really quickly. Yanoa, he's been someone they sent down the minors. Ian Anderson was sent to the minors, right? They sent him down to the minors. So Atlanta's a team that doesn't mess around. They don't mess around. So if you got that ERA in the forest, man, you are either going to the bullpen or you're going down to the minors. Ask Ian Anderson, right? That was not much shocking. We've seen this. Morton is a guy who better keep his numbers up, right? So he's one that's also around that border area, and so is Odorizzi. So Atlanta has a lot of these pitchers kind of on the border. The way they operate, they don't mess around. If you got an ERA over 4, man, you're either heading to the minors or the bullpen, so they don't mess around. Is another guy out there that's lurking in the minors. If he can get himself together, he could be a call-up as well and contribute. We've seen him contribute as well, but again, he's someone who's dealing with consistency issues. Ramon here on the Braves Pirates under the total of 9. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern time, and someone who also lurking as he's trying to rehab himself into shape and get himself healthy for that rotation. All right, the total, the play for Ramon is 9, under 9. This one at 7 Eastern time. Ramon, let's take a look over at TonySpicks.com here for today's action. The number 1 unit producer over at TonySpicks.com for 2022. That is all documented. I saw the numbers yesterday, last night. We're 11-0, and of course this is a 24-hour clock, so sometimes those numbers will come off based on times of start times. But man, Ramon, you've been on an absolute fire right now. What do you have going over at TonySpicks.com?
I was waiting on you, Tony. I didn't want to brag. 13 straight winners right now. It's all documented. That's how it works here at Tony's Picks. So when you put up a number like that, Tony, people are going to kind of go, is this real? I mean, do they cook the numbers? Or that's not the way it works. I'm an independent contractor here at Tony'sPicks.com, even though I'm a big part of this team and I love these guys so much. But I enter these plays in a back inning. It's one of the toughest lines in the world that people are going to be very familiar with, and we have to get those plays in, as early as possible because we want to sell plays, but we also want to give you the best information. So 11-0 yesterday, Tony. It's not a typo. You can go back and look at all the results. 2-0 in NFL preseason, 2-0 in tennis, 2-0 in the WNBA, and 5-0 in Major League Baseball. I want to chase Tony down. That's my goal. And look, I'm no better than any of these other handicappers on this site just because I've rolled an 11-0. I just have a higher percentage. You look at their percentages, they are just as high. It's just that no one cooks up the leaderboard like I do, Tony, with my high volume, high return approach. So get on board with me 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. I'd really appreciate it as we head into the college football season this week. So stoked that really we're getting football off the ground. I got these other sports cooking, but really this whole industry is based around football. This whole life of ours and a lot of our players, this is the time of year we've all been waiting for. So we know that people are going to get handicapping advice, if you will. We're not saying go out, when you get these plays, I mean, look, nobody's going to hit 11-0 every day. I mean, there are plenty 4 and 5s out there, 5 and 4s, whatever, grinding. I mean, I needed a big day just to finish the week in the green. We did that. We smashed it and had a great week because of that. But not only do you get the plays, Tony, but, I'm giving you a nice, huge paragraph write-ups on these games about the insight to it. If you look at some of these preseason games, I practically dictated the entire situation to these write-ups about which backups were going to come in and get these late points, for example, on these overs because they're playing touch football by the fourth quarter. So even if the play doesn't win, you might end up with your own plays. No one's going to go by the book. I mean, there's a lot of action out there. It's the information that you get from our team that makes the purchase so worthwhile. It's not, yes, I mean, you might have a bottom line, winners, losers. Hey, this guy's doing good, this guy's not, whatever. But I'm giving you a ton of information with my write-ups that can benefit you as well. So you're not just getting just click on your app and make the bet. You're getting some advice too around the game too, because you might want to branch out into some deviations of the game with player props or half times and things like that. And that's sometimes what I explain, that the team might get out to a big lead and hold on for the cover and things like that. So those are the things that I cover, and just really happy with that performance yesterday, Tony, to be able to roll an 11-0 on one day. I mean, I've put up big days on your site before, but I'm waiting for the phone calls. I mean, where's the media? I should be on a desert island right now, Tony, relaxing, but I'm here with you exclusively on Tony's Picks.
That's right, guys. I got Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks, top unit producer for 2022 at the site. 2,126 units of profit, all documented, coming off an 11-0 day yesterday. It's all there on the site. I'm looking at it right now. Go down to pick history. When you go to Ramon's handicapper page, you can see all the plays he's put up there. They're all time stamped up there. Action in NFL preseason, tennis, WNBA, Major League Baseball. So you guys can see the plays. When these games are final, just go to the site. You'll be able to see them get graded immediately over there on our system, as we do pay. We pay a service there for the lines. We pay the service to grade, and we pay the service for the scores. The scores are expensive. that's expensive, and that's what but we pay for it, and that's what it takes here to run an operation that's transparent And that's what I'm saying. You need capital you need capital to be transparent. A lot of these, I don't want to bring up some of these cappers you see out there. They don't have the capital to document their plays. That's why they don't do it. So it's really you need programmers, you need guys, and as well as the paying this line service for that information. So guys, get on board here. Ramon is on fire. He's got an MLB Monday Night Baseball Premium Pass up there. His top 3 plays here. He went 5-0 on Sunday with his baseball. He's ready for another big night tonight with his Monday Night 3-pack from baseball for Monday. Also a preseason best bet right now up on the board for Ramon Scott. He has the NFL game tonight as a premium best bet. Also long-term passes. We talked about that 1-month all sports pass. Get all Ramon's premium plays here for 30 days. I just told you he's in action in many of these sports out there, not only baseball. We get into college football here. It's a college football week. We get to the final week 3 of preseason football again this week as well. Tennis action as we're getting these tournaments leading up to the U.S. Open next month, as well as European football, MLS action. He does go south of the border there with some action too from baseball as well as soccer. So a lot of action from Ramon Scott over at TonySpicks.com. Can't forget WNBA playoffs. We're right in nearing the end of the first round here, so still lots of action. And again, we say all sports. It's all sports. So all sports that Ramon handicaps. If you look at all these plays, that 11-0 day yesterday, he was all over the board here with Major League Baseball, NFL preseason, tennis, WNBA. That is part of your all sports pass. So get on board with that. And Ramon, he's been handicapping tennis since we've been documenting. You got him in Wimbledon, all the French Open, all the big tournaments, even the small ones, ATP Cincinnati. Of course, we're in action here with Winston-Salem this week. So guys, get on board with Ramon Scott and get signed up. We're going to save you some money when you get that 1-month off pass or any of the plays up there. You can save 20% off our pre-and-pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description, click the All Cappers tab, and get signed up. You can use that promo code in any pass, on the 1-month pass, on the individual plays. If you buy picks on the pick ticker individually, you can do that as well. Bundle them up as much as you want, 20% off. All right, Ramon, it's always great having you on the show, but we put together a Twitter account for you at Tony's Picks.
Yeah, and pick up a winner tonight in Winston-Salem, Tony. It's ATP action over on Twitter at Tony's Picks. Ramon, get my winner for Winston-Salem tennis tonight. Late match on the courts where, I felt like I hoisted both trophies on the men's and the ladies' side. I won, Tony. I rode the winning player, throughout the last through the quarters and semifinals. I thought I was on some good players. It turned out one was a plus 140 dog in the final, and the other was plus 105. So we're not throwing out $2 favorites here with these tennis winners. I mean, I pretty much, when I start a handicap and I want to make my plays for tennis, I start with all the closest matches, and handicap those first, because those are the ones I want to sell. And I might go as high as $1.90 or so on a favorite, or if it goes over $2 if I like a favorite that way. But I play the dogs too. But again, I'm just trying to craft a profitable card and an enjoyable card. I don't want anybody sweating out big chalky plays like that. So we ended up taking the winner in both the men's and the ladies' side several times over the last couple of days, and that felt good.
That's right, guys. So you feel confident with Ramon here. Get his Twitter pick over at Tony's Picks. Ramon, he's in action here in tennis, leading up to the big tournament next month, U.S. Open action. Ramon will be in action here for the U.S. Open. He's been covering tennis all throughout the summer since we started documenting tennis and had it graded and all the scores and the grading. So Ramon is documenting tennis, and we'll be ready to roll here with U.S. Open action next month. So again, it's going to be football heavy, but again, those peripheral sports are also in action and ways to make money. So get on board with Ramon. All right, Ramon, it's always great having you on the show. Keep up that great success. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, Tony, dig in. The fun's over, or it's just beginning.
And it's just beginning. No doubt it is just beginning. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Hey, guys, we're with you Monday through Friday with Game Day Picks here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Reminder, make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so you get better than the best numbers when you get these great picks from our experts here on Game Day Picks from Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's continue on here with the show. Now it is time for my pick. Let's bring up my game card right now. We're going to be looking here at this one between the Jets and the Falcons, 8 Eastern Time on ESPN. Falcons' favorite road here, 2.5 total, sits at 38. I'm going to look here at the home dog here with the New York Jets plus 2.5. We know Robert Salah is kind of on the fence of whether or not he's going to play starters or not. Zach Wilson had that injury. We know that Joe Flacco may be his QB2 on the depth chart. And he will be backed up by Mike White. And Mike White has a lot of experience here in NFL regular season experience here for the Jets. So we've got two quarterbacks here with experience. I know Stevler has had some experience in preseason. Of course, we know Marcus Mariota expects to start for Atlanta. It appears to be a dress rehearsal for the Falcons, but I'm a little more concerned about the second half here. With this Falcon team, the way they played and the defense they gave up. They gave 393 yards to the Lions with 292 yards passing. I'm more, looking here at the Jets run game. They rushed for 119 yards, 4.3 yards a carry. I think that will help out Flacco and White here. Also, too, I was reading some of the media reports from this game, and of course, New York media. These guys are tough. I mean, they reported that the Jets just pretty much outperformed the Falcons in those two joint practices, this week. And the Atlanta defense is the main concern here. And of course, remember, Whiten has shown some ability. So based on this New York Post reports, and they're like I said, they're tough. They're tough on these teams. They would rather criticize than praise. I think that's what they're looking to do. But when you see some praise here for the Jets, it kind of opened up your eyes here in this joint practices, and that's what got my attention here. So, I was expecting when I read the comments, read the stories and the media reports from the New York Post, I was expecting to hear a lot of bashing. When I heard something positive about the Jets, it woke me up. So I said, okay, it sounds good for me. I'll take the Jets here plus 2.5 here against the Falcons. This one is on ESPN tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Hey guys, get my best bet premium pick right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. I am the top unit producer in baseball for 2022, so get signed up for my best bet premium right now on the board. Also, my long-term passes, 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. That 1 month pass, you get all my plays here for Major League Baseball for 30 days, as well as college football. Boy, we'll be in action until September 21st here from college football. First 3 weeks of action from college football is in play with that 1 month pass. Also, the first 2 weeks here from the NFL regular season's in play here with that 1 month all sports pass. So get on board with that. We're going to save you some money here when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link in the description, then clicking the All Cappers tab, and then getting signed up. All right, let's continue on here with the show. We got you the play, so let's go ahead and let's get the recap in for you. We started off with Mindy. Mindy liked the Mets on the first 5. Lay the half run, minus 115 against the Yankees. Ramon was on the Braves Pirates under 9. Yours truly, the Jets, plus 2.5 here against the Falcons. All right, that'll do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks. Guys, be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 3 Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers, give out the plays here for today's action. Like and subscribe, set notifications. I want to remind you of our promo code TonyT at checkout. That'll save you 20% off. Of course, you guys can post your picks here in the comments. We welcome that. And of course, let's take another look here at Tony'sPicks.com. Get you guys ready for tonight's action. Remember, we talked about our premium plays. If you're looking for the best bets, just click the best bet tab under latest premium, and you can see here Mindy's got a best bet tonight here from Monday Night Baseball. We got Ramon here with a best bet from the NFL preseason. He's been red hot, coming off an 11-0 night on Sunday. Right? Take a look at that. So Ramon with the best bet going on. I've got my best bet I talked about here with the premium pick. You guys can scroll down here and find some more premium plays here from our cappers here. We did see Mindy up there on the board, Paul up there, and of course the pick ticker on the right will showcase the plays. We've got a pick starting in 4 minutes here, so you guys can get signed up to some of these picks. Baseball on the board as well on the pick ticker. Mindy's got some action there. You can buy individually if you prefer. You can do that. Ramon's got some as well. And of course, we want to make sure we highlight some of the other sports like tennis. Looks like Dylan's got a tennis match, and Paul's got a lot of soccer action tonight. So guys, get on board. That pick ticker will show you all the plays there. All right, that'll do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow at 3 Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. Let's bring in our crew here for tonight's show. We're going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys make it a winning one. We'll talk with you guys again tomorrow live at 3 Eastern time with